I don't expect too many people to be on here because it is Sunday. Well, not Sunday, Saturday. Some folks might have to go to work tomorrow, but we shall see. Good evening, Ricky. How we doing? Take a bite of my apple sprinkled with tahini. Maybe the other side. I should have did this. Hold on. Small bites. Greetings, Slug. FM. Yes. So you notice that I'm on Photoshop right now because I want to actually create at least one arena because I don't want to test out cars in the WWE arenas. So I need to make at least one. So that's what we're working on right now. So we're going to do some more graphic magic. But there is one thing I actually want to do that's a little extra for the arenas. Because as you may or may not know, you can't put graphics onto the LED barricades. So we end up still having to do the same thing that we did before with the barricades, that being creating like long banners to put on them. But I also want to create like an overlay that gives the banners an LED like effect, you know, like those little pixelated dot things. And I need to learn how to make that happen in Photoshop. So we're doing a little education here as well. Unless I can find an overlay that I could just download. That would be kind of cool too. Let me see if I can find on a web page.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
Yeah, I have that song.
Hello everyone, today I will show you a really nice and easy effect. It's called LED screens effect. As you can see, it's giving this really cool dots in here. And these effects can be like really useful for many ways, you know, like branding, like this, or audit.
Okay, cut to the chase. How
In
do
the
you
link
do it?
in description below. So we just close that. And the first thing we do, like, we need to make a pattern. So we'll make a custom pattern from scratch. So I will be showing you how to do that in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so just go to File, New, and you know, just choose whatever width and height, but I would just prefer 300 by 300, and the resolution I would choose also 300, and press OK. Just make it in full screen like this. Now I will just create a new layer. Let me change the color of this one in here. So let me put a red color.
Oops.
So I can see. Now I will go to the rig.
Let me see if I can find a PSD file to just download. Make this easier on me and quicker, because we don't have time to be sitting through freaking tutorial videos that are long and drawn out because the person wants to get the watch time up. But first, another bite of my apple. Let me tell you something about tahini. Maybe you've not heard of it, but it's like this seasoning, spice, whatever you want to call it. It's got kind of like a limey texture to it, like really tangy. I did not know this existed until I moved out here to Las Vegas. Apparently, it's pretty big, you know, on the West Coast, and particularly south of the border, Mexico. That's where like it was originated. I put this stuff on everything now, like apples, watermelon, especially watermelon. Like, oof, it's good. It's like, if you like sweet and salty stuff, like kettle corn or crunch and munch or something like that, but a little more to a natural flavor texture. The tahini on some fruit is the shit. Ten out of 10. Before we get to the Photoshop stuff, though, because you're not all here to just see me eat, I do have something to show you, or should I say, someone. I may have, after I finished my stream last night, gone ahead and kept on with the creation of the warrior queen Talena, as you can see here. Or should I be pointing that way? Because that's the orientation. Like, my game stream is on my left side, so I'll be pointing to my left, but you'll see me pointing to my right because the camera is on the right side. I should have it flipped, but I don't, because that's just how the setup is. Anyway, this is Talena for 2K26, and I am, as impressed as I am, not even done, because I still have the second attire to create. but we did add some new stuff with the additional attire options that we had. So she's got some more tribal type frilliness on the trunks. I think that's Eo's or Kyrie's look. Not sure, but it's that Joshi style look, but it fits her because she always had the tassels and everything. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same elements that I've used on her creation the past couple years. And yeah, might I say, aside from the fact that, she's obviously not real, she is quite gorgeous, I must admit. Definitely the best version of her that I have made. Whoops. It was a damn random button again. Get Guilty Combat, what's up? How you doing? I'm not quite done with the entrance gear because I actually want to put like some kind of trim around the tiger design edges on the jacket so that it doesn't look so cut off. But other than that, that's pretty much how the primary attire would look. So the secondary attire I usually make is a white tiger stripe design. It will be pretty much doing that as a variation of this, and I'm gonna give her straight hair as opposed to the curls to see how that differentiation looks like, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. But I've already made her move set or version 1 of her move set that I might actually like tweak a little bit before I upload her. The base of the move set is Apollo Crews because I wanted her to have that mix of power moves and then also quick athletic moves like cruiserweight moves because that's her whole thing. She's a boss level character. She's one of the strongest. To kind of take, Bianca Belair's line, she is one of the strongest, the fastest, and the smartest. Like, literally. So, I already changed most of the moves to my liking to fit her and less Apollo, but I might go back in and review it. But there is one thing that I definitely got to show y'all, which is her entrance. And it's not so much because the entrance is awesome, which it is, but I've actually done something that I had not done before, that I had been thinking about doing, that I finally actually pulled off here. So, those of y'all who have followed me on Twitter/X, probably seen, and I've said so in a few of my update videos as well, that I am using AI for my creations in some certain capacities. That being remade facial textures, elements for attires. I'm going to be using AI a lot, specifically with the Underground King stuff, to integrate it being more in an outside of the ring type of deal. Obviously, more on that as we get closer to it and I start making those characters. But the other thing that I'm using AI for is music, because you can generate music with certain AI apps or websites, one of which being 11 Labs is the name of the site. They specialize in voiceovers, like generated AI voices, and they also do music now. You've heard some of the examples for voices that I have used in other videos, like the voiceovers for the Three Queens. I've created voices for a few characters already on the Underground King side, but not so much, excuse me, XWA voices, which I will eventually. But to make a long story short, I created an actual new theme song for Talena, as opposed to using the track from Tekken Tag Tournament 2, or was it 3? I don't remember, that I had been using for her for many, many years. I think it was 2. The name of the track is Sika or something. It had like a really kind of tribal, dubsteppy type feel to it. But we slowed it down this time, and it's going to be more of a hip hop type vibe here, as you will soon listen to. And it fits because I made it so that the lyrics kind of match her persona. So it actually sounds like a theme. But enough talk. I'm going to actually run this and have you see for yourselves.
Carved from the earth that birthed the pharaoh, see the marrow, strength in my bones, my thoughts are golden arrows. Every step I take, the ground it reveres. Built this kingdom on my own, conquered all my fears. This crown ain't inherited, it's forged in the fire. Mind of a sovereign, burning with desire. This ain't just rap, it's a royal decree. Head held high for the whole world to see. Blood of the lion, heart of the sun. My reign has just begun. My reign has just begun. They build their castles out of sand and quit desire.
Yeah. Yeah. All the way AI generated right there. I dig it. So I'm probably going to be doing that same treatment to a few other characters. Just really the ones that I feel like might need a new theme song, considering I'm pushing the setting up a year. It ain't going to be everybody, because I have hand picked tunes for all of my characters over many, many years. And, they just work because it's just all of the research that I put in digging to find non copyrighted stuff. But in her case, we did something different and it definitely works out. So yeah, there was that part. Now let me go back to trying to find an LED effect. LED effect PSD. Is it active? Can I actually use it? That's just text effect. I'll take a freaking PNG file at this point. And they're just going to give me actual LEDs instead of an LED effect. I didn't think this was going to be easy. Let's go back to Photoshop and see if I can make this happen on my own. New. Switch screens. Transparent. Create. Let me get my playlist going here. We're going with the XWA playlist because it's 95% copyright free. Yeah. And start with this guy's theme.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Because I dig it.
Can you dig it?
Cyrus the Entertainer's theme song, for those of y'all who don't know. I'm probably making him next. Yeah. This song comes from the soundtrack of NBA Ballers. What was the name of the second one? I forgot. But the entire soundtrack for the game was produced by Just Blaze. But he never copyrighted the music. So you can actually use it and not get copyright strike. And it's like a big soundtrack too. It's like over 30 freaking beats. Good stuff. Almost had an accident there. And let's go back to this tutorial. Duck.
And as you can see, still have my PHP still open. So we'll make sure like to upload it in the link from the description below. So we just close that. And the first thing we'll do, like we need to make a pattern. So we'll make a custom pattern from scratch. So I will be showing you how to do that in Adobe Photoshop. Alright. So just go to File, New, and just choose whatever width and height. But I will just prefer 300 by 300, and the resolution I will choose also 300. And press OK. Let's make it in full screen. This. Now I will just create a new layer. You can change the color of this one in here, so you can put a red color. So you can see. Now I will go to the elliptical marquee tool in here, and I will just draw a circle by pressing Shift. And maybe I will just choose 30 pixel. So, and I will choose a gray color. So now it's that dark, something like that. And I will just fill it by pressing Alt Delete, like so. Control D to deselect, and I will just go and filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So this will blur it a little bit. I will just choose 0.5, like so. Press OK. Let me just repeat that blur. Control F to repeat it a couple of times. And alright. Now we just duplicate this circle in here by pressing Control G. And I will just double click to this circle, and I will choose color overlay, and I will change it to white, like so. Press OK.
Okay.
Now I will just press Ctrl T, and I will make it smaller, somewhere like that. Alright, so something like so. Press OK. Now I will just apply the same blur filter, so I will just press Ctrl F couple of times, or like 4 times, something like that, and I will just try to place it like this, and that's it.
Okay. That sounds simple enough. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. Need more music. Let's see what he said. We got one layer of white. I got too many layers. Or do I? I need a layer of red. Circle. this with gray. Deselect. Do a Gaussian blur. That was way too much blur. You said 1.9 or something. We'll make it 2. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can find a pattern. Let's try overlay. That should do it. I hope. Not quite. Maybe I found what I'm looking for. Oh, fucking Shutterstock. God damn it. Actually, we might be able to use this. And I'm going to show you how in a little bit. Fair bit of warning though, this is kind of unethical. Like, this is the type of stuff that they don't want you to use AI for. But it's in the app, and I'm going to use it. So there's this thing called the remove tool that they have in Photoshop, the newer versions of Photoshop. Where the generative AI will basically remove an area of a photograph and replace it as best as it can with a background. Now, I think I'll actually reduce the size here so it's only getting what it is I need to remove and not giving me that extra circle. That's better. Yeah. Don't use this for evil purposes. Actually, it's not really giving me the effect I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find something better. Back, please. Oh, you opened up a whole new window. See, that's what I need. But all they got is freaking pay sites. See if I can find something for free. Let's go to Google and see if we can find something there. There we go. But you want me to pay for it. Y'all suck. Let's try to do it this way. Get me a rectangle. Okay, that's our pattern. Open it up. Out. Hello there, AC. I already got 3 halfway done, like the first attires, entrances, moves, that type of stuff. Just got to do the second attires for them all. But I'm currently working on an arena because I don't want to do my testing on one of the in-game arenas. So we're working on that right now. But I'm going to create an LED kind of pattern effect to emulate the barricade screens that we can't use because they don't let you put graphics on them in the game, which sucks. close this one out here. And this one is the pattern that I'm going to use for, or background, I should say, that I'm going to use for conflict. So let's move that here. Oops. Keep it symmetrical. And we just drop the opacity a little bit. And there you go. It looks like an LED screen. I just put my graphics in between, sandwich it like so. I will show you the body morphing in a second. Let me just get the conflict logo. Actually, it might be better that I just make this a PNG file by itself, and I'll just use that in the creation mode as its own layer that goes on top of whatever it is that I'm creating. So yeah, let's do that. Save as. You're more than welcome, AC. And yeah, hello, Daryl. That's one of the other advantages of me streaming. People can actually go back and see the processes. I went on my nostalgia last night talking about how back in our day, people used to actually share this information freely, as opposed to nowadays where everybody likes to keep everything to themselves because they want to feel like they're innovative. LED. All right. Let me go back to the game. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Gatekeeping, exactly. Welcome, Mr. Machiavelli. So, you wanted to know about the body morphing. It is pretty much like that secret options that you had in 2K19, where if you chose a certain base body, they gave you more options for like arms and legs and stuff like that. It's pretty much the same idea, but you could use it for any base. So just as an example there, see all the different size traps. I can't actually make up my mind between whether I wanted to use these traps for Ulrich or these ones, because, you know, big traps. Let me see how this looks on the overall product, because the other ones were a little more defined, but Ulrich is more about mass than he is about definition. And I kind of like the no neck on him, so I think we'll go with this one. No, I kind of like the other one. Can't make up my mind. See, these are those little conflicts that stop me from uploading stuff immediately. No, I think I like the definition on these ones here, so we'll stick with that. But the same for arms and stuff. You want those really venous. What is it? Venous? Venous? I don't know. But yeah. But I had to go with the arms that have the more shoulder definition. Need the bolder shoulders on him specifically. This is just the large though. You have different tabs, so it's not just this amount of options that you have. You are correct, sir. And you got medium, which still work. Like, you don't have to use all large or medium. You can mix it up and get some unique builds. Not like that though. Like, he's got no arms. That's a freak. But y'all know me, I always go big. So, yeah. And yeah, Ethan Ulrich, he was probably like 16 years old when he didn't have tattoos. Like, that was a long, long time ago. Yes, exit. And then to give you an example on the female side. Same idea, pretty much. Like, my thing with that now is that you can make the you know, fitness type of female build or power lifter, muscular build like your Jade Cargill or Jordan Grace or such, and they can actually have boobs. Because as y'all might recall, the one build that had the most muscle tone on it also had a flat chest in the previous games. So now you can circumvent that And yes, that makes me happy. Greetings, Tekken Lord. Thank you. And yeah, I I don't do small people. It's the Vince McMahon in me. You know, you gotta have a lot of beef. That's a lot of beef there, son. But yeah, let's go ahead and upload my graphics. Heightism, more like what could we call it? Massism, muscularism. Oh, really? Excuse me. Uh, who we talking about there? Tekken Lord. Because I do actually have a lot of people that I'm on friends list of. Oh, we're gonna play this one again, huh? Sure, why not? Oh, okay, yeah. Cool peoples. Currently uploading my graphics, and yeah, that LED is going to. That's gonna work. We are happy. I do need to save this blank banner, however. Save as copy. We're gonna call this conflict banner. We don't need to lock it. Let's go here. Well, I got plenty of tips. Depends on what it is that you want to know. Ask away. Also, I made an executive decision as far as my arenas are concerned because in 2K24, I had started putting like logos on the mats, you know, to kind of look like what it was that WWE was doing, which is mimicking what it was that, you know, New Japan has been doing forever. But now I'm like, no, fuck that shit. We don't need the ring to be a billboard. The ring is sacred. And see that vertical thing going on there. That shouldn't affect how it looks. But yeah, okay. So as far as more definition on bodies, right now it's just really a matter of did this playlist just end again? I gotta put this on random. It's a matter of just messing around with the body morphing to see what kind of effects you want or can create. Also, like say if you were creating somebody who is based off of another person, you just look at their build and try to match up as best as possible. Like it's easier now to eyeball it now that you have options to go through as far as like abs and chest and back and stuff like that. Yeah, to put it short and blunt, trial and error, pretty much. But if you've already got a plan, that is always important. Like a direction to go, pretty much. Let's get that XWA logo in there too. Refresh. No problem. If you got any more questions, go right ahead and ask. Yeah, it's not sliders, unfortunately, or the moldable triangle thing. It's still sliders. You're still sliding. Like if it was on the level of Monster Hunter or Street Fighter 6, especially Street Fighter 6, then that would be pretty dope. Because in Street Fighter 6, you can adjust the mass of each body part, and then they also have a separate slider where you can adjust whether you wanted it to be more muscular or more fat. So you're putting those two together to create a lot of possibilities. But we'll take what we can get. And why isn't... Oh, I didn't hit upload. That's why. I'm like, why isn't this conflict logo opening? Because you didn't upload it yet. Hey, it's my theme song. Yeah. Wow. 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 All right, we are ready to mess around with the create arena mode. Let's see what shit they have locked behind the battle pass. Do I want to start with a template? Nah. Skip. We already know everything we need to know. General purpose. Oh, I had already uploaded it. I got it in here twice. Really? Alright. Whoa, damn. That's very bright. Yeah, let's get rid of that WWE logo, because fuck WWE. Yes, let's turn the fist off. Yeah, right, yeah, okay. Why'd you even make that an option? Skip. Oops. I do want a ramp on this. Yes. See what else we can do here. That looks kinda cool. Oh, it's in the red. You won't let me put it that low, won't you? Okay. This will be the conflict arena. And that's too far up, friends. Oh, that is the Minitron. Huh. Okay. Push this back. Yes, yes, indeed. I need a smaller screen. Oops. Remove. We'll keep it all for the fist. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Walls. Nah. See if we can find something smaller. Eh. Let's try something else. I kind of like this. Oh. Well, let me put it down there. Lovely. Go too far up. Gotta push this back a little bit. I do, yes. I most of the time I upload everything I create. Oh, okay. What happened? That's too far back. It was deceived me. Why is it so far back? Are we just being our typically glitchy, unstable self 2K? Well, yes, we are. Not even close to the accuracy of where it's supposed to be. see what that was. Very nice. Who's that? Vazi Gaming. What's your specialty? I'm gonna go ahead and save this base right now so that the game doesn't screw me over and crash. Because even though we are on current gen, I still don't trust 2K. Ah, nice. Yeah, I make original cause created superstars, whatever you want to call them. 100% fictional. I should call them fictional and not original. It's probably a better way. Better description. The only thing that you can trust 2K for is to try to squeeze as much money out of you as possible. There goes the bottom half. Shrink this down a little bit. Need to get in and get a closer look at the screen. Yep, look at that. You probably can't see it because of the video quality, but if you it's got the LED effect over the actual graphic itself there, looking quite official. Even though I might use duplicates to give it more yeah. Y'all won't let me adjust the camera over here. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I want the squares to be a little smaller. But it's hard to measure it out because it's transparent, so you gotta really eyeball this. Oh no, they're trying to make this into their new cash cow. Let me actually tell you something about video game developers. Not developers, publishers. So like your 2Ks, your EAs, your Ubisofts, your Activisions and stuff like that. These companies are not ran by gamers. These companies are ran by business people that know absolutely nothing about games, but they know everything about how to make money. So the main problem with AAA games is that they are trying to make games that are profit first and then experience second. Like, I'm pretty sure that if they could get away with coming up with a game called Money Extraction Simulator 2026, they would. But it just happens that they have to actually put in some effort of a game to entertain people in order to get the money out of them. Otherwise, they wouldn't even bother doing that. Give them a couple of years. FM. 2K28, probably. Yeah, I read about that act. Now, it's just a matter of what other countries are going to follow. Unfortunately, I can tell you two countries that aren't going to follow: the United States and Canada. Unless it's an election year, then maybe the United States might. Because I remember the the Star Wars Battlefront stuff when that first came out. There was one senator that was like against that, and he helped EA he helped force EA to take that stuff out of the game. That was when they compared loot boxes to gambling. To your point there, Six, I forgot his name. I think one of the developers for 2K, is not Brian Williams, it's another Brian, who's getting absolutely roasted on Twitter for what he said about the patch to the battle pass where they'll made you so that you had to spend more time in a match in order to get the gains. And he's still getting roasted. It's like 2 days ago that he said what he said. And now anytime he posts anything on Twitter, he gets ratioed by 2K players about this shit. So, as far as developers go, not publishers, the last thing that you want to do when a community is mad about something in a game is say anything aside from, well, you can't really say anything. Sometimes it's best just to shut your mouth. Let people be angry if you know that it's something that you can't do anything about. Like, for whatever reason, these developers, they think that they're holier than thou. Like, they have the right to tell people, oh, well, this is the way you should be playing the game. Like, that's never how it's worked. At this point, he needs to, like, private his account. The only good thing about Final Fight Street Rise was the music. Now, speaking of mods, I think that that's the reason why they decided to separate the platforms again. Like, they have an excuse of whatever is going on with the servers or community creations. But I think the reason they did it is because they didn't want modded content to be available to console players. Because that's what all these guys have been doing. Like, Status, Marty M, and all the other guys who, like, release modded wrestlers and arenas. as like 2K tried to blame modders for making the game unstable. And I remember they had actually banned Status in 2K24, I think, because of that. But then they unbanned him. And then they like, I think, patched something so it's like not as easy to mod the game. But then fast forward to now, and the game is still unstable. That is 100% true there. Just bring it, because there's that other part where you actually have to be online to earn RXP. So you have to be always online in a game that you're not playing online. Like, okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, the first part there is that they're literally gutting the thing that gives the game life. Because without the core community, WWE games like are done. It's dead. That's what people buy the games for. 90% are for created superstars, because you want to add other wrestlers onto the game that aren't in the game from other promotions, or they just might not have made the cut. Like, this has been the thing for decades, and they still don't support creators in the way that they should be. Yeah, the closest thing you will get to create a story now is going to be universe mode, which, by the way, is not working as intended. So it's like, the things that they should be working on are the things that they are not. They might not make it to 2K27. Just bring it, because if they don't say something about season 2 and making changes to making it so that it's not as much of a grind, people are going to quit the game now. Like, we're not even talking about not buying 2K27. We're talking about they're just going to stop playing 2K26. You're going to see those Steam numbers dip, and nobody streaming on Twitch. And then they're going to be wondering to themselves, what happened? Like, you happened. That's what. Battle passes only make sense for games that are always active. Like, Fortnite is always active. Like, Fortnite is Fortnite. They won't make a new game. They'll update the game. Like Overwatch also, like they just changed Overwatch 2 back to Overwatch. So battle passes like that are fine. Plus, those are both free games. Well, Overwatch isn't free, but for a free to play game or like a $40 game like Arc Raiders or Helldivers 2, something like that, then it makes sense to have a battle pass. But for a full priced $70, $80, $90, $100, $150 game that, by the way, we're going to make a new one next year. So this one isn't even going to be here forever. And then put a pass on top of that is just it's insulting. And it is going to bite them in the ass because they are going to suffer some consequences as a result of this. But going back to what it is that I said before about the publishers, like they're business people. They don't know anything about games. And as a result, they don't know anything about gamers and how gamers respond to bullshit. They just won't buy your shit anymore. And it's going to come to that point where 2K27 is going to have the lowest pre-order numbers ever the moment they mention that there is a new battle pass. And if they try to hide that, like if they still ship the game with it but don't say anything about it, then we're talking about a class action lawsuit. That is illegal. Yeah. Now here's the thing about Call of Duty though, Charlie. You can still play all of those games. Like Call of Duty makes a game every year or like every 2 years or something like that. But you can still play Black Ops, 6, not 6. That's the new one. Or is it 7? I lost count. You can it's 6. You can still play Black Ops 6 now, even though they released Black Ops 7. You can still play Cold War, which came out before Black Ops 6, even though you have 6 and 7. You can still play freaking Modern Warfare, like 2 and 3, the remakes. All of those games are still online, basically. So they can keep on adding microtransactions and stuff like that. Now, the Battle Pass is different. That's like active just for the game that is current. But you can still play those old games. They don't sunset those servers. They're going to sunset 2K26 in 2K20. They're going to sunset 2K26 in 2027. Just like they sunsetted 2K24 this year. And they'll sunset 2K25 next year or something like that. Like I know they changed the months because of the release schedule or something like that, but pretty much this time next year, you won't be able to do anything on this. And they're going to make you have to buy the new game. But yeah, they're just pretty much banking on those casuals and the whales who go in and grind those freaking modes, like the Island and My Faction. But that's not going to be the majority of players. Like, it's not the majority of players now, but they're getting their revenue off of those people. The thing, though, is that next year, depending on how many people quit the game, they're not going to have the numbers. It's going to be pretty much just everybody who was playing those games. Playing those modes, excuse me. Well, I mean, personally, I still needed the game for my content, but there are a lot of people out there who feel the same way that you do. Just bring it. And those people ain't coming back. Three Ks. Yes. Agreed. Why, thank you, Super. Appreciate that. I try to also give some entertainment quality with my creating content stuff. Oh, the NBA community is doomed. 6. That is that's a foregone conclusion right there. Ooh, excuse me. Like the NBA games are too. They're too caught in the. They're too deep in the darkness. Like they're already stuck in that abyss to where nobody's going to pull them out. So it got to the point where 2K thought that maybe, just maybe, they could get the WWE community to, buy into that same thing. But no, it's a different group, a different demographic, like that wrestling fans are compared to basketball fans. Even though there's overlap, but basketball fans will spend more money because they spend all their freaking disposable income on gear. They'll buy the jerseys, they'll buy the expensive ass $250 sneakers, the new ones that come out for the year for their favorite player. They'll spend money on basketball cards. So they get that extra out of that just on the fact that the basketball fans will spend that extra income. Wrestling fans, on the other hand, have always been, I don't want to say cheaper, but more frugal. You still get merchandise, but you're only getting a shirt or something like that, or a poster or a flyer or something off of your favorite wrestler. Wrestlers don't have basketball shoes. They have shirts, they have hats, some of them might have jackets or something like that. And you're not going to a professional wrestling show every day. Like, some players, I mean, some basketball fans will have season tickets, so they'll go to every home game. You only go to a WWE event when they're in your state, and in some cases, they never come to your state. You have to go out of state. That costs money. Doesn't help the fact that WWE is charging people like $5,000 to sit in the nosebleed section nowadays. But yeah, like wrestling fans are not big spenders, so they didn't do their market research there, and it's like I said, it's going to bite them in the ass. Precisely, Charlie. Yes. Yeah. And NBA is Star Wars. I need to do the other wall. Star Trek. Yeah. Yeah, there's something to that. Yeah. Trust me, EA would if they could. But like I said, they've had the government looking at them, so they they had to ease up a little bit. Yeah, EA's problem, and I'm speaking in terms of Battlefield 6 here, is that they tried to be like Activision, selling all these freaking skins, like AI generated uniforms and stuff that don't look realistic. But yet they were pushing Battlefield as being, oh, we're more realistic than Call of Duty. You're not going to be like diving out of windows and jumping out of helicopters, shooting other people in the face with shotguns because we're all about realism. But then microtransactions are basically just uniforms that they generated off of AI images. TKO has been the business of making money. Yeah. And 2K is basically empowered by that, saying, hey, we can do that too. Yeah. Like, there's no cross save on the community creations between PlayStation and Xbox. And there's no work when they're going to fix that. They just say that they're aware of it and they're investigating. But the RXP grind that made people clear the pass faster so that they're not spending $80 to complete the tiers, that one they passed in like what, 2 days? Okay, guys, that makes complete sense. We know exactly what it is that they're about, and you know, like I said, I bought the game because I need it for my content, but I'm basically sitting here watching and waiting for the shoe to drop and the freaking the the consequences of their actions being paid. There's a receipt coming for them. But that's been 2K all along. Like anybody who has followed me for any stretch of time has always heard me say that 2K games are 2K are terrible developers. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. See, I said to my from last year, I said that this was going to be probably my last WWE game, and that was just for me deciding that I didn't want to, recreate cause every freaking year. That was before this game released and all of this came out. Now everybody's saying the same thing. Like I have to go ahead and say it again, the fact that even to this day, this game is running on an engine that is over 30 something years old. Like they couldn't even rebuild a new one from scratch because they don't know how to do that. Yeah, I think Shut Your Mouth was probably the most loaded WWE game of all time. Pretty much. Like graphics only take you so far. It's all about the gameplay, the features, and whether or not the game freaking works. There's that part also. That's the part that I don't seem to think that they have a grasp on. But I mean, we still buy the shit. Not anymore, but we did before. Oh no, we don't want to cancel that. Hold on. Yeah, the graphics on the PS2 ones still do hold up. Now, what it is I'm gonna say about Fight Forever is their mistake was that they they didn't support creative community. Like they did start from the ground up, but they put too much investment into the pick up and play aspect of the game and not so much into the potential of creation suites. Like I think from what I heard, like they most of their budget they put into like adding the different game modes, like the party modes and stuff like that. They should have put more assets into the create feature. That basically doomed the game from the start because again, we're not doing market research here. Like they think that, and this is the same case for WWE as well. They think that the majority of people buy these games to play as the in-game on roster wrestlers. And I'll say 90% of people don't. Like, could care less who is in the game currently from WWE or AEW's rosters. Like, we know who is going to be, you know, the general amount of people. Like, you know, Kenny Omega's going to be in the game. You know, Darby Allin's going to be in the game. MJF, Tony Storm, etc. Hangman Page, and everything like that. But I want to add new wrestlers into the game that maybe not are in AEW or are not in the game, and you haven't made DLC for them yet. So we're going to do that. Or I want to come up with my own characters and put them in this setting. That's what most people do. But they think that most people buy, say, WWE game because I want to play as Roman Reigns. Like, no. What do you say? Exactly. It should have been No Mercy with a create mode. And they'd have been printing money. Like the business model literally creates itself because you'll have regular downloads for new wrestlers, but then you can also have, you know, moveset packs as DLC, new creation packs as DLC. Like you be able to make additional revenue off of microtransactions because everybody knows that Fight Forever is Fight Forever. Like there ain't gonna be a Fight Forever 2027. So the game is the game. I'm gonna support the game by buying extra stuff because I know that I'm going to be able to use this stuff forever. But it's like I swear these game publisher people are not very smart. Like they think they know the market, but they don't. pretty much, Charlie, I was ready. I was ready to go all in on Fight Forever, and then I found out that their creation suite was dry as a bone, and I was like, "Damn, y'all messed up." Like once I heard that, it was off the list, basically. 2027 6. It'll come out in 2027. You know, with Cyberpunk. We'll be in the Cyberpunk days then. If it would have probably would have, yes. Just bring it, yeah. You're not gonna let me change the ramp, are you? There we go. They're not letting me put any graphics on the screens. What's going on here? Well, I mean, as far as Cyberpunk goes, I still haven't completed the main game. Like I got the Phantom Liberty DLC, and I'm playing through that, and then I'll go back and play the rest of the regular game. But yeah, I do have a catalog myself as well. I might need to change the display to something else. Game ass. Yeah. It's another example of them trying to squeeze more money out of you. Which wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so expensive. Like, I like the idea of having access to older games, but make the subscription price reasonable. Ew. No, they're not gonna let me change the LEDs. Just change the ramp then, I guess. Folks are being just a little bit unreasonable. These developers are. As you should be. Like, it's literally outrageous. Let's do it. Just off of that alone there, Charlie, I think if there are enough people who wanted to file a class action suit against 2K, they could make a strong case. let me save here. And then go back in again. It's that Metro, I don't trust him. Me and 2K, I don't trust him. Now we can work on the ring. That wouldn't surprise me there. They just decide, hey, we're going to we're increasing the challenge for players. That'll be their excuse. No, that's going to be a thing there, Charlie. Like, for every season of this pass, you'll have to spend that extra to buy the tiers. Like, the $80 is just for season 1. You'd have to spend another $80 for seasons 2 through 6. Someone on their team staff thought that that was a good idea. Same. We're all starting a new club. It's called Fuck 2K. Yeah, I guess so. Like, they don't check the business reports. You know, inflation is a thing. Prices of gas is going up. You think I got $80 to spend on your battle pass when I gotta fill up my tank? Like, it would be a little bit more realistic here. Like, your majority of your player base are not, you know, freaking high school kids who are gonna ask their mom or their freaking father to use their credit card to buy this thing. Like, these are all grown ass adults. Oh boy. It's foolishness. Can I get a McKidney with cheese, please, and a diet soda? You like that one, didn't you? Yeah. That is legitimately ridiculous. Oh, look at that. What is that? Black? That's not even dark enough. Whatever. Oh no. I can't do a vertical. There we go. What about the Dominic mask? You got to grind for that one too. Hey, what are we doing? What are we even doing here? Oh yeah, you're gonna have to throw on hours of my faction or luck, basically, because it's all RNG with the freaking my faction. That seriously annoys me. That's a lot of hours. So I guess they don't have like a duplicate protection. Of course they don't. Just think of all of the VC that you'll be able to get on the market selling all of those Piper Niven cards. Because everybody wants a Piper Niven card. Oh, gosh. Piper Niven is a lot of Piper Niven by default. Please don't cancel me. I know there's a market for, her. Big girls need love too. There are those out there who would do it. More power to them. You would think she'd be easy to find. Nope. Not in this game. Sneaky little ninja. Are you serious? Am I out of images? Wow. Okay. Trying to see what I can maybe omit here. Because I need those side signs. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed there. I thought you'd have been able to add more images. There's only 45 limit. That's it. Kind of sucks. I need at least 4 for the corners of the barricade and the electronic billboard. No, you see, it's literally grayed out for me. Like, I can't use any more images. Like on the corner, it says I'm at 45 out of 45. I don't think I used 45 images unless they're counting each individual duplicate as an image, which kind of makes no sense. I guess the turnbuckles we can sacrifice. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, but since XWA is my WWE brand, like the big brand of my universe, I have to have the billboards on it to kind of emulate that big budget feel. Like the other promotions will have barricades or the the covered barricades. Yeah, 2,000 glitches. I believe it. Okay, now where is the graphic? Okay, I think I saw it somewhere. There it is. It's not even going onto the corner. Like it's in a upper corner here and not moving over to the actual corner itself. Like, what are we doing? It just gets better and better. I guess for now we're just gonna have to stick with it like this. But again, we'll say it again. They passed our XP, but they can't fix this stuff here. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Huh. Probably. Oh no. It's the devil. And that's pretty much what the deal is there, Charlie. They're getting by on the fact that not anybody, not everybody is aware of this. Pretty much. Damn it, Snitsky. But it wasn't my fault. Drop it. Fun stuff, I know, right? All right, time to run a test match. And then I'm probably going to call it a night. This man right here is not innocent.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 350 pounds, the Boss!
I kind of think those teeth were probably like fake teeth. Like he wasn't really walking around with teeth that rotten. As a health hazard. Thank you, thank you. And yes, Maven did suck. He was okay, just overrated.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 241 pounds, Christian!
No, if Maven was what Cole was back in the 2000s, he would have the spear as a signature move and F5 and the jackhammer as a finisher and be able to do springboards across the ring. I have not adjusted any sliders, so everything is default here. Oh, wait. I thought I set myself to the computer. Oops. We messed up, y'all. We messed up. Forgot to toggle the AI on. This is off. Get straight to the match. Oh yeah, the entrances are definitely on point. I do think it is a nice touch that when you do simulated matches, it actually changes camera angles. But yeah, as I said before, I don't do small things. Not this time. Okay, never mind. Oh! That was nicely executed. Finish it. Who's gonna pick it? It's like I said at the start of the stream. It's a lot of beef. Finish him. That looked like it hurt. There's somebody in the crowd said, finish him. Okay. Yeah, I see. You have a winner. Okay. Like I said, I haven't adjusted any of the sliders, so that's why that match ran a little short, but still a decent amount of action there. Yeah, somebody clones one of my
Here
characters
is your
every
winner,
year,
Christian.
or multiple. So I'm doing something right. Great. Well, it used to be that the ranks would get you more slots in order to upload more cores, but they changed that to just everybody gets 80 slots now. But you'd start out with 10. Then if you got to bronze, they'd give you, I forgot, 15 or 20. But at that point, you could only upload up to a maximum of 50 cores at one time. So they had the ranking so that people weren't uploading junk. You had to earn the ability to upload more of your content if people downloaded your content. Generally speaking, I would be at diamond rank in like a week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just bring it. That's like I said. The creation suite is the the heart and soul of the WWE games franchise. That's what keeps people playing the game all year. And it also has a lot to do with the freaky stuff. Like, you can't do freaky stuff now. I'm lying. You can't do freaky stuff. Because I've seen freaking nude female cars on the surfers a few years ago. Like, they used a body texturing trick using the MVP attire and just basically create a naked body texture. And then upload it. Like, really, y'all? Really? You down that bad? You gooning over a damn wrestling game? You couldn't even go to Pornhub? Like, just do that like normal people. Yeah, um, I feel you on that one because that's got to be annoying. But it is almost 1 o'clock out here, 12:43. I am going to get me some ice cream and take my ass to bed. I'll probably be back on tomorrow, and I think I'm probably going to create Cyrus the Entertainer. I'll try to get 2 done tomorrow. Do some tweaks to the arena. Just have to use less elements. Yeah. Well, real quick there, Perry. To use in-game clothes logos to make clothes look gritty. Uh, I don't know if you do that with the in-game stuff. Like, I guess if you're talking about creating like stains or textures or something like that, you would have to make transparent like ping files in your graphic design program of choice, and then just upload them into community creations and slap them on the pieces like that, because they'll only let you change the material of clothes, but they won't let you change the texture of them. Yeah, I remember a time where 2K would crash. Now it just makes the world crash. Surprisingly enough, the game didn't crash on me. I was expecting at least one of those tonight, but guess I got lucky. Anyways, thanks for joining again. And yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully you guys can stop by, and if not, then you just can watch the replay or be another one. Keep those up. And yeah. Good night, everybody.